Hi, this is Easy Life 8888. Today I'm going to show you a quick and dirty way to manage all the smartphones, tablets from home. So if in today's world, whoever doesn't have smartphone or tablets, I think that's pretty unlikely. More than likely, everyone has a lot of them at home. So what I have in front of me is just a jumble of chargers and cables, mostly USB cables, which are what most smart technology use today. What I have here is different chargers. So some of these came from the original manufacturer, like the iPhones. This is pretty old that I have for a while, which I don't use anymore. And then I have the tablets. The tablets this is the Windows RT, and this is the using the USB charger, as you can see here. Of course, with all the smart technology, it came with all these cables and chargers. And obviously, the manufacturer came with one charge for each one. So, and obviously, when you have 10 of them, you don't want to plug this on the outlet for 10 of them. So I do have solutions. The first one is I did buy these. These I believe bought from Anchor. Um, this one has two chargers, two ports for USB. So one A is the full amp, and then the other one is for the. This is for the tablets, and this is for all the smartphones. Well, we passed the two units, and now we have like maybe 10 tablets, smartphones at home, so not gonna work. Went around and bought this this one, and obviously when we plug in, right, you can still use the port, and you can have the USB port. Obviously, we are still limited to two, and also that limits the amount of phones or tablets we can charge. Finally, went online and actually found this particular charger. This actually came from Sabrent. This one has 10 ports, and it's actually just use the regular the two prongs. So this is very very helpful because by just plugging this in, this can charge 10 phones and tablets all together at once. So here is the Sabrent 60 watt that I bought from Amazon. I don't have the package, but I just want to show you what I have on screen. So this particular Sabrent is 60 watt, as you can see here. I'm not going to go through the details. You can search online. Like I said before, this has 10 watts, and right down below, someone actually put the total amp for each of the port. If I can just scroll down, I'm gonna keep going. Right over here. So here are the amps for each of the port, and they work well for smartphone and tablets. So let's go ahead and show you, going back to scroll the top again. There are multiple options you can choose from, but what I have here is this particular version, which I love it very much. So one of the problem that I have with this particular charger is because it says 10 ports, and obviously when you plug in the 10 USB cable, like what you see here, it's really a jumble of mess. It's like a big octopus, having all its tentacles messed up. So I just want to show you, just quickly plug it in, and you can tell that how do I know which one is which, right? Well, this is easy, black and white, so you can easily identify which one is which. So it becomes a really messy way of handling cable, and like always, I do have a solution, and I'm going to show you how to manage that. If you know how to braid before, so that should be should be pretty easy. If you haven't, I'm gonna just give you a quick tutorial how to do that. So what you need to do is to have three cables together. So this works well with three cables. Two will not work because two will easily unravel. So I have one. So my apologies for the noises because these things just keep scratching the table. I have the second cable. and I have the third cable. So what you need to do is take the cable, the end part, the USB part, maybe give it about say 3 inches or 4 inches, depends your preference, and tie it with a rubber band or tape if you prefer. So that way this thing will stay put, it will not come off. Okay, like that. Okay, next you need to anchor it on the table so it doesn't come off. So I'm going to separately tape it on one end like so. Of course, if only it would stay put. Let me try again. So the tape itself didn't really stick that well, so I'm just using something to anchor it. Next, you need to take the cable, spread it out in 3 separate parts. So what you need to do is you have to bring the outside into the middle for each one. So like here, I'm going to bring outside in and then spread it. Next, the left side, continue with right, okay, and then left. Okay. Try not to tangle everything. And then the right side, the left, and the right. So you're gonna keep doing that until all the way to the end of the cable. So this is what I've done earlier. Like I said, I left about 4 inches for this to go into the charger itself, and just sort of weave in and out until to the end of the cable. So these 3 USB cables have different lengths, and obviously I stop here, okay, and then on one end I plug in the wireless charger, and this is for the Samsung phones, and all these two are micro USB. So there you have it. The cable itself, instead of 3 jumbo mess, it just become 1 line. And then I would just basically take the Sabrent charger. Instead of being jumbled up, all I need to do is just plug it on one side, like so. Okay, turn it around. And very clean. So if you have more than that, basically, then you're going to plug in the rest here, and then you have 1 line and then another line. So instead of 10 different lines all tangled together, you have really neat and clean way of charging your smart devices. On the end of itself, really depends on whether you have a long or short USB cables. It wouldn't be it wouldn't matter that much, really. So on one side I have the wireless charger, and then the rest, depending on the length, I'll go to each of the smart devices. Another thing I noticed is that the smart charger, it will switch the amp by itself, but I find that it charge phone a lot quicker because the lower amp. For tablets, it does take a little while. In any case, this charger is actually very good, and I highly recommend. So if you have multiple smart devices at home, I recommend that you get this and find a way to tidy up the cable, which I just showed you. So I hope you like this video. If you like it, please do click on the like and do subscribe to my channel as I give more ideas. Thank you.